The Fairmont Creamery in Moorhead opened its doors on the corner of 8th Street and 2nd Avenue in 1924. It supplied the Red River Valley with butter, milk, eggs, cheese, ice cream, and poultry. By January 1942, the United States was at war and contracted companies such as the Fairmont Creamery to make powdered eggs for the war effort. Renovations and additions were made to the creamery to accommodate the dehydrating and refrigeration equipment for the eggs. With the men at war, women were hired to take over their positions at the creamery. In March of 1942, 18-year-old Adeline Oscarson started work at the creamery cracking eggs for $12 a week. The women in the powdered egg production worked 8-hour shifts, cracking 164 eggs per hour.
We had long tables, and there was girls on both sides of the table, and all the girls, they were the ones that broke the eggs, and then we had a supervisor that came and checked us and so that we weren't talking and wasting time. And then there was a pulley up above us, and you take down a basket of eggs, and it had 12 dozen in it. And then we had 2 cups here, one facing this way with a handle, and one this way, and there was a blade. And then it was a gully, or the garbage disposal in front of us here. And we'd pick up 2 eggs at a time and break it in the 1 cup. And then we take another 2 eggs and break it in this cup. And then we pull the cups out like this and sniff on it. But they had been candled already, so we should never get a spoiled egg.
The workers poured pails of cracked eggs into large stainless steel vats that emptied into a mixing machine to scramble the egg whites and yolks together. The scrambled eggs were pressurized into a fine mist, then blasted with hot air that instantly dried it within 10 seconds. The dried egg powder dropped down onto a conveyor where it was emptied into a sifter to break up any clumps. As the powder fell from the sifter, it was packaged into parchment-lined boxes, which held 100 pounds. They were then sealed and tagged for shipping. The creamery sold the dried eggs to the government for Army, Navy, and Marine camps in Great Britain and to other Allied countries as part of the Lend-Lease program. While the creamery was under government contract, it continued its processing of civilian poultry, including butter, milk, and fresh eggs. The 100 additional employees hired for the dehydrated eggs production processed 100 million eggs in a single year. Of the 400 total employees at the Moorhead Fairmont Creamery, 75% were women. Fairmont Creamery in Moorhead stopped dried egg production and dismissed the additional 100 employees after the war. The creamery stopped all production and closed its doors in October of 1980. 2 years later, Eventide purchased the Fairmont Creamery and transformed it into a senior living facility, which is still in operation today.